What's up, guys? Model fishing here. This is my first video. We're gonna do a lot of outdoor reviews on outdoor tools, knives, lots of fishing stuff. Maybe some how-to videos on how to make some homemade fishing lures. All sorts of videos on subscription box reviews. We're gonna hopefully do some fishing box slams. And I'll take tons of input, whatever you guys put out there. I'll take a look at it, and if we can do it, we'll do it. We'll do maybe challenge videos, buy some tackle. Also, once I get more subscribers, we'll be doing giveaway videos when we get to 100 subscribers and so many likes per video. But this is all down the future. This is my maiden voyage video, so I just wanted to go over some of the tackle that I've had. I grew up in Pennsylvania, so I did a lot of smallmouth fishing growing up, panfish fishing too, catfishing. Since I moved to Florida, I've been here years and years. I just recently got back into fishing. So I figured I'd go through my tackle box and show you guys some of the stuff I've had for a very long time. Some of this stuff is new. And then hopefully you guys like this video, and you'll hit the like button, the subscribe button, and put the notification bell button on, and you'll be notified when I upload new videos. To start out, I probably won't be doing too many videos, that each week. Probably like maybe one or two. If I have time, maybe more. But I look forward to making these videos for you, so maybe you'll learn something. I'm sure you guys will teach me something. A lot of you guys out there have been fishing your entire lives and probably have many more hours behind the reel than I do. But let's get into this, and I'll show you what I carry. First, I just got these Runkel gloves probably 2 months ago. The color, I'm not a huge fan of the color. It had a really good deal on them. Preferably, I would have loved to get orange, but they didn't have any orange that were like this that I liked. So I got these, and they're actually really good gloves. Very padded. I got them off of Amazon. They weren't too expensive. I want to say maybe like $15, $18 for a set of gloves. Maybe. But those are my fishing gloves. Also got this Runkel bag because I carry a massive tackle box, and sometimes, if you can see this monstrosity, that I bought this at a flea market, this tackle box at a flea market for $5. Now I know why the guy was selling it for $5, because it's a beast to carry around a lake or a pond, and that's how I fish. I'm a pond hopper fisherman. I also fish some rivers and stuff and creeks, but most of the time I'm hardly ever in a boat. I've only been boat fishing like in the ocean like 3 or 4 times, and on an actual lake like maybe 5 times. But it's been years since I've been on an actual boat. So most of my stuff will be from the shore. So that's probably a lot of my videos will be tuned to, just because, I mean, maybe in the future I'll get a kayak. But for now, shore fishing only. So, some Runkel. It's got tons of little pockets and stuff. It's a nice little setup. Took some getting used to. I can put my concealed carry in here, so when I'm fishing, it fits right in there. Then, I got my snips, which, I just have them just to cut the hooks, because I've had 1 or 2 bad hook sets in my lifetime, and I've had to cut the hooks. And then I got a little cheap old pair of fishing pliers to go with it. And that came in a kit with this little guy that helps you get rid of the hook, especially if they've throated the hook. I could probably... I'm not going to show you my rods and reels yet. I'll do that. I'll save that for another video. But got these little guys. some little flukes. Took my kids to the Harvest Festival, and there was a little fishing challenge, and I helped my little girls win the fishing challenge, of course. That's what the good dads do. They help their little daughters win. And my little daughter gave me, it's a black fluke with some red flake. So, haven't caught anything on it yet. There was only 3 of them, but it was a free little thing at the, you know, it was for the kids. My daughter got a kick out of it, so she thought it was the coolest thing. She told me she was giving me fishies. So, gotta love it. There's so many pockets in this thing, and just a heads up, I'm a plastic lover. I love soft plastics. I do some frog fishing, but I love me some soft plastics. That's my jam. So some of these, like this one, is Gary Yamamoto watermelon black Cincos. I've had these for years, and there was 8 in this package. There's now 6 left. They last me a while. I got some Yum creature baits. I just got these. It says it's a Yum creature bait, but it's not. It's a Cinco worm, but it's got some really funny coloring. It's like a green pumpkin with black flake, and it's got white on the inside, and you probably can't see the white. But there was 2 in here that I already fished because they were really white on the bottom, and caught a couple 2-pounders probably about a week before I started doing this video, so I'm sorry you don't have no pictures of them. At the time I didn't even think I was going to catch anything. It's kind of hot, but I got some white flukes from Zoom. Let me tell you, I love me some soft plastics. I picked these up. These are Lucky Strike curl tail worms from Walmart, and they were $1, like $1.35 or something like that, in this little cheap clearance thing. And they are the weirdest color. It's like purple FR, but I'm sure they'll probably catch something. And then I got some Yum crawdads, the littler crawdads that I put on my jig that I used to have that I no longer have, thanks to what I'm sure is a pretty good sized largemouth that snapped the line. And then I got a smorgasbord of curly tail worms, different colors. They were garage sale special. I had a bunch of them, so I just bought them. And that's a good way to get tackle down here in Florida. In the wintertime, we have what people down here call garage sale season. And you can find a lot of cool lures on garage sale season for cheap. Like these Gary Yamamotos, the guy wanted $3. I gave him $1 for these. And they're like, I don't know the exact price, but at Bass Pro, or I think they were like $7. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on the price. Please don't quote me on the price. I'm just thinking about kind of like how they are. And then I got these gloves, you know, just in case if I get myself a good sized catfish or something, them slimy guys. And then also to clear out crud from that I catch, like stick and algae and slime. And plus, if my wife goes with me fishing, she has gloves. But this is a pretty cool bag. Like, it fits really good. Love the colors. I love orange, and orange and gray go awesome together. Orange and blue go together. You know, gator colors. Not that I'm a huge fan of college football, but it goes over the shoulder. It's a cool little bag. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I'm glad I did. I bought that probably like 2 years ago, thinking I was going to get into fishing heavy, and then I just haven't. But recently I have, just because it's a good stress relief. So now here comes the monstrous tackle box. And this video is probably going to be like 20 hours long, but so we got a little rag. You always need some kind of sweat rag, any kind of rag. You cut yourself. You can, you know, pull the knife out, cut it up, wrap it around, tie it off. Now, this is the northern side of me. Up north, we don't, you know, when we bass fish, we don't go heavy on our lines. At least I never have. It's not the way I was taught. Down here, I know you need some good braid 50-pound braid if you're frogging it on pads and stuff. But this is just some spider wire 12-pound mono. I got 17-pound in the garage mono, and then some 50-pound braid that I got. We got us. This is a cool little thing, and I wish it wasn't flipped around, but this is a chill rag, and it cools without refrigerant. I don't know how it does it, but you just open this up and you shake the towel and you put it on your face, and it has a natural cooling agent in it. It cools you right down. And then I got these guys recently. This was from AliExpress. So these are China specials. Little plastic crickets. Plastic crickets. Probably string these up, maybe catch some brim or something. Maybe so I can have some bait to do some catfishing. I just got my daughter some fishing gear and stuff, and so I got them these little teeny tiny, and it's not in here because it's on our line, but it's a little teeny tiny popping hard bait. You can see the outline of the plastic. Just a tiny little guy. It's like this big. But for my daughters, I thought it was pretty cool, so I got it to them. They thought it was awesome. And then I got some. Ooh, not good, not good, not good. We got a split ring failure over here. So I saw a couple of videos, and I also met this one guy, this old timer, and he made his own poppers out of wine corks and beer bottle caps and beads and split rings. So got me some different style split rings so I can make my own lures. Just because I always thought that was kind of cool to do. Got some 3/0 worm hooks. Gotta have hooks. I have all different types of hooks, but not really big worm hooks. I have a lot of like little hooks for panfish and stuff. Got these little slam shad minnows, Z-Man. They're supposed to be for catching redfish, but they work really good on bass too. I don't think there's much out there that bass wouldn't eat. If their mouth will go around it, they're going to eat it. And then I've had these eagle claw hooks forever. I swear, these things, I'm like 37. These things are probably at least 20 years old. I used to have 3 packs of them. I used to do a lot of sunny fishing sunny and bluegill fishing, crappie fishing up north. I don't do it down here, so a bunch of little hooks. Bandana. Personalized bandana. Back in the day, Marlboro used to do your initials in a little pattern for free. I used to smoke. Look at these things. Gulps. These used to be the man to catch fish in the creeks and the rivers up north. Down here, I haven't caught nothing on these. But, I don't know. Just nostalgia. I've had them for years, so I'm not getting rid of them. We got mosquito repellent, and we got sunscreen, because you need it. Florida, you will burn like a crisp in July. Burn like you're on a skillet. Couple bobbers. Don't use bobbers down here, but huge up north. Got me some trabs, some treble hooks for making my popping lures. Tape measure. Never know. Some glue, fixed fishing rod, which I've had to do before. Some safety glasses that are tinted. Tips for the fishing rods, because I've had to fix my fishing rod because I shut a car door on it and broke it. We got them old school split shot sinkers. Don't really use those too much anymore. Cigarette lighter. Always need a lighter, no matter whenever you go outside into the woods. You always need a lighter. Got some metal wire for making bait hooks. Another yum jar or power bait, Berkeley power bait. They're for trout. Never went trout fishing. I don't know how I ended up with this, but whatever. Got this little cheapo jig thing. Got a little, some plastics. I swear, I've had this thing since I was a kid. So probably like 30 years I've had that thing. And then like this little guy. This little teeny tiny knife has been a good knife. My parents got me this for a birthday a long time ago. Probably when I was like 14, 15 years old for going fishing. And it's lost it, found it, lost it, found it. A little knife. And that's not a knife. That's a knife. Kind of thing. You know, crocodile Dundee. Always need a good knife when you're going out. I know Gerber's not the best knife on the market, but for the price, I couldn't beat it. Got a fire starter and a sharpener. So you always need a decent knife when you're out fishing. And that was just, ladies and gentlemen, that was just in the top. And then I didn't show you some of the other crud and crap that was in there. It's because I don't think you want to see that. I will show you this though. Some beads. Got my daughters to make bracelets and stuff, but they make pretty good things for fishing too. I have to add this to my little thing, my backpack that I carry. A little snipping lines helps you tie knots. Pretty cool little thing. Also came with this wacky rig setup for putting on worms on wacky rig, which I've just recently did that once or twice and caught some decent fish on it. Never did wacky rigging, never, you know, a thing I've normally did. But I'm in a phase now where I'm like, you know what, I'll try different things. So I've never been a big spinner bait person, only ever had one. But I'm going to try different things just to see what I can catch. So this is my little popper. And I have not put the trebles on, but there's going to be a treble here and a treble here. And I'm probably going to drill a hole here, maybe put a little bit of red hair, stick it out. I'm going to do a little bit of sanding here and then paint it green. And then it's got the beer bottle cap to disrupt the water. Let's pull here, and it's sturdy. And I drilled some holes in the bottom, put some split weights in there, and glued this all up. It feels really solid. So I got to finish that off. Speaking of which, I will move my trebles into there so that I have them. All right, top drawer. There's three. That was in the very top that I just showed you. These are the actual little container drawers. Lots of little stuff. So, lo and behold, what do I have here but lots of little hooks. And I don't know, you know what? I do know how I got these. I got these just garage sales. Somebody's like 50 cents. How can you pass up on a 50-cent hook? You know? A hook's a hook. You're going to catch something. Might not be the biggest thing in the world, but you'll catch something. And to me, catching something, that's what it's all about. I don't need a... I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to catch an 8-pound lunker. I don't want to be a lunker skunker and catch all them dang big fish. But as long as I'm catching something, I'm having a good time. So we got some bobbers, various ones. Probably got like 15 or 20 of them. And we got some and to be honest with you, I don't even know any of these brands because I used to not even care about brands. And honestly, in the garage sales, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'll take 50 cents for that, I'll take $1. As long as it didn't look all beat up, looked like it'd be a good one, I took it. So, got a diving crankbait, got a crawfish crankbait. Some of these I've caught fish on, some I haven't. This is a mega bait one. I think I got this last year at a garage sale. I haven't even used it yet. I need to. We got a nice little bomber square bill. I need to change the trebles though, they're rusty. I don't know. Does anybody out there know that? Leave a comment down below. Rusty hooks, do they really affect the fish? Like, do they affect them biting it? Can they taste the rust in the water? Then I got this little guy. Look at that little guy. Yeah, that's smaller fish for sure. And then, you know, have some poppers. I used to use these little universal quick disconnects, but I think I'm gonna stop using them and just tie everything on. But I got some like poppers. It's supposed to look like a frog. And I got this one and some silver. And I got this one that's supposed to imitate like another frog with the coloration. And then I got this little guy right here. Yeah, teeny tiny. I don't know why I bought a bunch of little teeny tiny ones. I guess I just thought that, you know, because I was so used to fishing up north, that you can catch a smallmouth on just about any size lure. And I know you can do that with largemouths, but I just know largemouths tend to go, they think with their stomach and they try to go after the biggest thing they can find to eat a lot of times. At least that's what, from watching videos of people fishing and stuff, seems like they put bigger baits, which, you know, bigger baits catch bigger fish. So. I got a couple of jerk baits. Nothing big. All my stuff is small. Like, look at this little guy. I don't really care for the color. This one's kind of better. They're more like, that's kind of like a little trout. And then jig with a crawler on it. And another jig with a creature on it. And I've never had much luck with creatures and running jigs. And this, which is going to be fixed one day, is my chartreuse spinner. The rubber band kind of got nasty and broke. To tell you how long I've had it. And then I got this little guy, which is just great for up north, not so much down here. Oh, I got another little spinner type rod. Spinner type, not rod, but little teeny tiny guy. Got a couple spoons. Not a big spoon person, never really used spoons. But I got two of these. Maybe I have to try them one day. Various tons of little teeny tiny hooks. I'm telling you, I got teeny tiny hooks out the wazoo. Teeny tiny hooks and massive sinkers. Lots of sinkers. I got these little hooks that go for those little teeny tiny plastics. They get the little like fish style head. But they work great up north, but I have yet to try them down here. It just seems like. Plus, also the water up north that I always fished was super clear, super clear. You could see probably about 15, 20 feet out and 5 or 6 feet down. Always, you know, not tons of vegetation. Down here, it's like grassland city. So. And look at what we got here. We got a Bass Pro Shop dark melon pepper Cinco style worms, full pack. The guy wanted $3 at the garage sale. I got him down to $2. $2 for a bag of Cincos. I'll take that all day, every day, especially Bass Pro Shop ones. So I got some Yum tubes. Tons of salt on these guys. Only ever caught one fish on them. They like to eat the tentacles off. I got this old school worm thingy. I never ever caught a fish on it, and now it's starting to rust, so I believe it's time to throw that sucker away. Used to have weedless. Before I ever figured out how to Texas rig properly, I used to use weedless hooks. Got some various Cincos, odds and ends. Oh, this is that white one I was telling you guys about earlier. See how it's almost all white on that one side? It's like almost all white, and there's just a little bit of green. This sucker got smashed and smashed and smashed to the point where it's starting to come apart, so I set it aside. And then this is my worm thing. I got a bunch of plastics in here. Look at all that. Curly tails. And I got a couple little plastic swim baits. I got a treble on the bottom and a hook on top. Got something like this. And these things, I have never, ever caught a fish on these things. Ever. And they swim pretty good. I've swum them in water, clear water, just to see what they look like. And they actually swim pretty decent. I got this little guy too. They swim pretty decent. I just don't understand why they've never got the attention that they deserve from the bass. So that's the top one. And I hope you guys are all still with me. So that was the top one that we just did. And then sorry, we already did one. This was the second one. This was my second tray down. This is my soft plastics. Now we're going to the very bottom, which does have some soft plastics, but it's got some weird stuff. So you got little teeny tiny tubes, and they're all hollow in the middle. I don't know. None of these have, I've never really messed with these, with bass, but I might. They might actually work for fishing offshore. Got some little sunny fish with a curly tail. This guy has worked good. I did some offshore fishing just on the shoreline fishing out in the ocean with a buddy of mine, and these things got destroyed. Especially since my buddy was using shrimp as bait, so I was taking these my little guys and throwing them in the water with the shrimp and getting them all nice and smelly. And I got some the red ones. These are all like, these are tiny. One small lizard. I don't know what I was thinking buying some of this stuff, but a lot of, I think all these little ones came in a fishing kit that I got, a ready to fish kit from Walmart a couple years ago. A little swim bait. I got some bigger hooks with those, so I'll be able to run some plastics on it. More weights. Oh, what do we got here? I need to move these because these actually look pretty cool. They're like, can't see them. They're like pearl white swim paddles, swimming fish with paddle tails, soft plastic, and they nice and gummy. So I think those will work good. Also got some buggy style. They got two little tails on them. Those might work pretty good. I've never even messed with those. I got them in white and clear and chartreuse, so I'll try them. Got some more bobbers. Different style bobbers. And that's pretty much it as far as tackle goes until I open my subscription boxes, which I just got them in the other day, but I'm going to do that video in a couple days. And I will also do a video on the rods and reels I have. Couple of them, two recent ones, are really nice rods and reels, and I just got into using a bait caster, so watching me fish with that is comical. But I'm getting there, one cast at a time. But some of the rods and a lot of the rods and reels I had that I've had forever, they're medium light or just light, because up north, unless you're fishing for pike or you're in a big river, biggest bass I ever caught was 17-inch smallmouth, and I couldn't tell you the poundage. I would guess probably 2.5, maybe 3 pounds, but I was like 9 or 10 years old. We caught a lot of like 10-inch or 12-inch smallmouth, so you don't need that big of a bad of a rod. Down here, on the other hand, you do, because you will snap a rod, and I've seen it. So, all right, guys, that's it for my first video. Diving into the fishing world. I do watch a lot of YouTube fishermen and like and comment on their videos. So I figured I'd give it a whirl. I got a full-time job, family with kids and stuff. 2 kids, so I don't know how many videos I'll make, but I will make I'll try to make at least 2 a week, maybe 3. But I'm hoping in the next couple days I'll be able to do the subscription box videos and also my fishing rod videos. And also I'm gonna try to build a fishing rod holder and mount it on my ceiling for my fishing rods, because right now they're leaning against the wall and the rod tips are bent a little bit, and somebody comes up and accidentally hits them, there's a good possibility you're gonna break the tip. So all right, guys, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, words of advice, anything you want to see, do, change, open ears, open eyes, and y'all be safe out there with all the nonsense that's going on in the world, and fish on, and be a lunker skunker. Try to get them lunkers. Skunk them all. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. I love y'all.